All right. So, this one is Crew. So this app, the only reason why I'm making this app is because someone asked me um, to build their app idea, which was, or an app for them, um, which is they are in a biker club. They manage their biker club with another person, and they want a easier way to coordinate rides. Right. So I came up with Crew. Well, they came up with Crew. This is everything. Everything they described to me is what I'm building out in Crew. Now, the thing is, they want an app just for their club because I was like, all right. They wanted me to build the app, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to put it under your account, the Firebase, the or Superbase, whatever, the Revenue Cat. They're gonna have to get an App Store subscription or membership account. They're gonna have to get a Google developer account. It was like, yo, look, just let me build it. I'll handle it for you. Put it under my account. Boom, boom, boom. Right. So I was like, all right, if I'm going to build this for one person, why not, kind of make it kind of like a white label, I guess is the word. Um, yeah, where like anybody can go on the app and do what that person wants to do. But, they want to change the app name. I was like, all right, cool. They said, I think the logo was fine, but it seems like they just want their own app now, is what they want. So it's like, all right, I'll do that, and then I'll just use this as a template for other biker clubs. And honestly, I don't think I'll plan on doing any too much marketing for this. Maybe when I have time, I will. It seems like a perfect niche. That's why I love the idea, um, and it's something that someone wants. So it's like, all right, I'm building something that already has a customer, right? They're just wanting it. So I got to figure out how that's going to go. I have to clone the repo and then change it up, or have AI change it up for it to match what they want, cater to their app club and stuff. But this is coming out now. I don't know if it's coming out for Android because Android, it's very frustrating to get apps on the Android store now, the Play Store, after the rules have changed and all this stuff, where like you have to get 10 beta testers before you publish it. It's like, honestly, I just don't want to build for Android anyway. Most of the paying customers are on iOS, and if you don't update your app at least once a year, it gets removed. And I was tired of that, and I was like, you know what, Google, you can keep it. Like, uh, Apple's where people make the money anyway. But for an app like this, or for apps where you're gonna have a bunch of different users, and you need people to be on a. For example, if you're building a roommate app, one might have Android, one might have iOS. You need to build a cross-platform app. So this is the only time where I consider it. Or I could build a web version, and people on Android could just play around with the web. So you plan routes A to B. This is the app simulator running in the background. You can do ride albums. So every time a ride happens, you can like share photos to that album. There's geo check-in, so you have to be at the location to check in. Role base, track stats of your rides and miles, all that stuff. You can also post announcements because they wanted a way to post. They post flyers. So a lot of these biker clubs manage their clubs on Facebook groups or group chats, right? Facebook groups and group chats. So they post their flyers and whatnot as announcements, like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do," and that person just wants an app, right? And the app can do more, like track rides and know where the meetup is and all that stuff. So yeah, um, I just added this stuff, or added some ideas for the copywriting, and had the AI kind of handle it. This whole onboarding was made with V0. Check it out. Great tool. Um, but yeah, and I figured like this thing could be used for and the photos. If you're wondering about the photos, some of it is AI generated, I believe, or uh, Vercel V0 got it for me. But I went to Unsplash to go pick my photos and type in like biker club, right? I just like I copied the image address because downloading and putting the photos in the and your app can slow it down. So I think this one's actually on my site. Yeah. So that's where I get my photos from. It's free to use. I think you have to attribute the people though. I don't think it's required. And I figured, hey, car clubs and meetups could probably use it, so I'll, throw it in there. And at some point, I'll add it in there. I already have the domain name, and when it's published, I'll put it up there. But the Google Play Store, I'll get it ready, but I just need beta testers, and I don't get enough people to test my app, honestly. And 10 is already annoying, so. And the fact they're going to remove you, it's like, nah, I'm not putting in all that effort. It's not that serious. So, with that being said, here's the app. All right, onboarding is a little finicky. Um, did I code this? No. I'm telling you, it's getting crazy. But as long as it's secure, it works. You're not pushing up API keys. You can get away with this. And I'm not looking to get thousands of users. Like you're not going to vibe code Twitter or no, you can, but you're not going to vibe code like YouTube or Netflix. But simple apps like this, you can. So once, actually, I can let y'all see this one. I think this one is crew.com. Password is something very easy to guess, right? And so here's what the app looks like in here. So you can create announcements. I think I'm trying to use the Unsplash API, but you can create announcements in here that people can view and upvote. You can create rides, so you can schedule a ride, point A to point B, and all that stuff. You can see past rides, right? Create new ones. Photo albums will show up here. So every time a ride happens, or at the end of a ride, or during a ride, people can take photos and upload them, so everybody can see um, photos from that event. Uh, and then you have like stats, So the person asked, they wanted to see the track the miles, how many the crew or the individual traveled, weekly, monthly, yearly, and then wanted like a Spotify wrap up type of thing, right? So so you can kind of see, oh, this is what y'all did for the end of the month, and yada yada. It's a really cool concept. The invite code, you can share it. You can so people can join, or people can search for the crew. You can leave, delete it. Subscriptions. This is the pricing. I was gonna go with. Why doesn't that work? It works on my phone. Yeah. Verification email, yada yada. But that's the app. That's the app, and I like it. I really do like it. It's such a good idea, and I kind of realize I think when you talk to people about what they want, half the times I'm starting to see like they got better ideas than I do because they have problems that they want solved. They can't build it themselves, or they don't want to bother with this AI stuff to do it themselves. And there's some things you have to know, where they're like, you know, there are people who are having problems, and if you find them and you can identify those problems and you build a solution, they can pay. But this one, I think I'm just charging 199 um, a month for with like I don't know $20 for a year subscription or whatever. Very simple, right? And I'll do some marketing when I get around to it, all right? But it's a cool project. I think I can get this to like maybe like $100 monthly recurring revenue, 500 if I'm lucky, right? But it's fun. It's fun to build stuff like this. Um, but yeah, that's the app. That's pretty much it. Just want to share like I'm building a biker club slash maybe car meetup thing. And it's funny when I shared this on Twitter, someone or Instagram, someone asked me like, "Can car folk use it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm already on it. I already considered it." But the niche is bikers. Um, car folk are welcome. And if someone did a clone it and did cars specifically, it's like it's the same app, different niche, different marketing, sales, direction. But if I wanted to, I could just shift that focus. Maybe even have I could have just have a page like, hey, can you create another landing page within this main page for bikers or for car people. But yeah, that's the app coming. Trying to get it out by June. I told the person I'll get it out on the App Store by June. A lot of things are happening in June. Um, but yeah, I got to push for Yappa. So that's what I got so far. Fun app.